So, you want to make money, but you're in high school and are broke and unemployed and your prospects seem grim. And even if you do have a job, it doesn't seem like it'll be enough. Well, you've come to the right place because today I'm going to be showing you the best side hustles you can have in high school. For many students, high school is the time where they begin to gain their independence and are tasked with finding their own ways of making money to buy the things that they want. But it's often difficult to find a job that fits them or is even available to them as a high school student. But in reality, there are so many side hustles that any high schooler can take up to make some serious money. No need for degrees or fancy resumes. These are realistic, beginner-friendly ways to earn some money. Side hustle number 1 is tutoring. Since you already have to learn in school, why not use what you've learned in order to make some more money? If you're good at anything that you've studied at school, math, science, writing, you can make some serious money helping other students if they're struggling. For almost all students, good grades are going to be priority number 1, either for their parents or in order to get into a good school. And for many of these students, their teachers are just not cutting it. So for students that are struggling, oftentimes their parents will hire tutors in order to help them maintain high grades, which is great for you if you've done well in your classes, and especially if you did well in AP classes. Since some of them are known to be particularly difficult, and there is that final exam at the end of the year that matters for college credits and applications and things like that, there are definitely students looking for tutors in order to understand what's going on in their classes and in order to be able to score well on that exam. Another big category of tutors are ones for standardized testing. So think things like SAT and ACT. Tutors for standardized tests are widely sought after because high scores are essential for getting into top colleges these days. So if you've taken the SAT or ACT and have scored well on them, definitely use that avenue to become an SAT or ACT tutor. And if you don't know where to start with tutoring, definitely start with people around you. Ask your parents to reach out to other parents who might need tutoring for their children. Offer tutoring to underclassmen who are taking the classes that you've already taken before. The only thing with tutoring is that you do actually have to know the information that you're trying to teach. There's really no other way around it. So if you do forget some of the content, you're gonna have to do some review or you end up looking like a fool. For side hustle number 2, we have pet sitting or dog walking. If you're in an area where household pets are common, there are going to be tons of opportunities for side hustles there. Pets are a ton of maintenance, so there's always something owners need help with, whether they need morning walks, scheduled meals, grooming, and so on. Since owners can be busy or just lazy, they need someone to help them, often for a pretty nice price. You could become a regular dog walker and walk their dog every morning before school. And when pet owners are away on vacation or for a trip, you can look after their pets and take care of them. If you know any neighbors or friends that have pets, definitely offer to help them with any pet care tasks and you might be able to make a quick buck. For side hustle 3, you could become a tech tutor for older people. In the digital age, many people from older generations really struggle in understanding how to use new technologies. So that's where you, as someone who grew up with technology, can come in and help them and teach them about it. A lot of times machines in their house might break down, like routers or computers, which can be solved pretty easily if you know about it. If someone doesn't understand how to use a smartphone, you can teach them things like how to call people, how to send texts, basic stuff like that. One big thing that a lot of older people definitely need help with is navigating the internet. You'll definitely need to be a lot more patient with them since, although things may seem obvious to you, they'll definitely need to ask the same things multiple times in order to remember. If your area has a lot of old people, definitely capitalize on that. For side hustle number 4, we have content creation. As some of you know, I actually started doing content creation back when I was in high school, and from my experience, it's a pretty great way to make some money on the side. Whether it be TikTok, YouTube, or even something like a podcast, content creation is a really great way to make money doing what you enjoy. But remember, you're definitely going to want to play the long game here. You definitely won't be making any money overnight, or maybe even for a while. But if you're patient, consistent, and hardworking, you definitely will gain traction. And once you've built a large audience, the income can be pretty great. Sponsorships, affiliate links, ads, all of that really adds up. So you can use your understanding of trends, memes, and just drawing inspiration from other successful creators to begin your own content creation journey. There's so many things that you can create content about, whether it be like Minecraft gameplays or educational AP videos. There are so many paths for content creation. So make sure to understand what it is you want to post about and what you would want your niche to be. And then you can stick with it and use audience feedback to understand what works and what doesn't and improve your content from there. The earlier you start, the better, because over time you'll develop your production, editing, and overall identity, and the views hopefully will start climbing. For side hustle 5, we have social media management. Similar to content creation, your understanding of technology and the social media landscape can be pretty useful as a way to generate some money. For many businesses, while they do understand how to run their business, advertising on social media platforms can often be a struggle. Since they might be older, they may not not understand what gets traction in social media nowadays. But for a high school student living on social media pretty much, they know all the trends and what's popular. And that knowledge is super valuable for advertising. Small businesses like cafes, salons, or clothing shops benefit greatly from having a large social media presence. So you can use your skills like video editing and graphic design to create some pretty appealing posts. If you know how to create good-looking Instagram posts on Canva or TikToks with trending audios, you can offer to manage the content for small businesses. To get started, you're going to first want to create some examples of what posts you make could look like. Then you can reach out to your local businesses, whether in person or through DMs or emails, and propose managing their social media pages to make advertisement posts like the examples that you've created. There are always businesses in need of advertising, so this side hustle is definitely really good for high schoolers. And for the last side hustle, one that might seem a little scary to some of you, you can get a job. I'm talking about a regular part-time job. Obviously, if you want to make some money, you should get a job. Retail, food service, babysitting, lifeguarding, there's so many different types of part-time jobs for high schoolers. While they may not seem as flashy as side hustles stated earlier, a paycheck is still a paycheck. Part-time jobs are definitely the most available, consistent forms of revenues for high school students. Having a part-time job in high school is a pretty great way to gain experience about the workforce, and you gain tons of important skills like multitasking, communication, time management, and you're definitely going to be needing these things in whatever you want to do in the future. So why not earn some money as you learn them early on? And for all of these side hustles, aside from being a source of revenue, for high schoolers, these activities can look pretty great on your resumes and especially for your college applications. Going into college, you're definitely going to need some money, and having a side hustle then may not be as feasible as it is in high school. There are going to be so many benefits of having side hustles, so definitely make the most of your time and go out there and make some money.